is Jessica Whitaker. I'm a Seattle-based photographer, and today's video has been so highly requested. It is all about how to build your first photography portfolio. I am so excited to film this, and these are just my tips and ideas. You guys can definitely go check out Google or other YouTube videos if you guys do not find what you need here. Before we get started, be sure you are subscribed to my YouTube channel for more photography tips and tricks, behind the scenes editing tutorials, and that you're following me also on Instagram for a behind the scene look at my life. This video is intended for beginners, people who don't really know what they want to specialize in yet. I specialize in portraits, and I'm starting to branch out more into weddings just because I think they're so much fun, but I'm going to talk to people who definitely don't know yet what they want to do exactly. So Instagram is so amazing. We all know that. I got my job through Instagram and I love it, but I really think it's important to get your own domain name and make a website. You can make a website for free, and you can get domain names for like 99 cents now. You can get one on Wix, you can do Squarespace, WordPress, Tumblr, anything like that, and then adding a domain name is up to you. Like I said before, you don't need it, but it definitely does help make it look really polished and keep it really short. So the reason why you want a website is because while Instagram is amazing, the images are only about this big, but on a website the images can be this big depending on the person's monitor size. It also will show the images in their full, all the detail, their full potential. I think it's super important to have a website where people can be linked to, especially clients. It's going to look really professional. Now, when it comes to your portfolio, what should you include, especially as a beginner? So definitely have portraits, obviously, but make sure that you're photographing both guys and girls of all ages and ethnicities. I think it's so important to have diversity in your portfolio. Also, taking photos of families, so maybe have a small family and then a big family. So like a family of 3 or 4 and then a family of 6 or 7. It shows that you're able to handle a large group of people and direct a large group of people. Another thing that you should include is a wedding. Now, if you haven't photographed a wedding, no worries. You can do a styled bridal shoot or a styled wedding shoot. I have a full video dedicated to that you can check out right here on the screen, or it will also be down below in the description box, but this just helps you build out your own basically dream client, dream wedding, shows clients what your potential is and what you can do with your camera. Or another option is you can get a job as a second shooter. So you're not the primary photographer for a wedding, but you're just there to capture details and other things that the primary might not be able to get. If you guys want to see a video all about how to be a second shooter, I'll have it on the screen here or link down below. Those are 2 options for you if you've never shot a wedding. If you have photographed a wedding, then still include it in there, but I would still encourage you to do your own styled shoot just because you have more control of what the images are going to look like. Another thing that you can include are events. So events can range from funerals to graduations to parties to anniversaries, bat mitzvahs, anything like that. I just think that shows that you're able to capture a wide amount of people. Now, let's get back to portraits. When it comes to having diversity in your images, it doesn't only apply to race and gender, it also applies to different people's height and weight. Have all different shapes and sizes in your portfolio. I think that everybody is beautiful, but sometimes depending on the equipment that you have, especially if it's like a wider angle lens, it's not the most flattering on everybody. So if you're used to photographing very thin models, which there's nothing wrong with that, it's going to be harder to capture just because you have to realize that different people of different sizes have different angles to work with, showing that you can photograph all different kinds of people, all different weights and shapes and sizes, just because it shows that you're able to capture anyone at their best. Because at the end of the day, not everybody is going to be able to work with Vogue and photograph models all day long. If you want to make money in photography, you're going to be working with real people, doing family photo sessions, portraits, all that kind of stuff. Don't have unrealistic expectations for what your subject is supposed to look like. You need to work with everyday people, and then you can work with models, but first really nail being able to master any kind of angle that you need. We're all made of different bone structures. We all require different angles. Somebody with a really square face is going to need to be photographed different than somebody with a very round face. It's just how it works. I have a video all about how to photograph people of all different kinds of angles. It was my first photography video, actually. I'll have it on the screen here or down below. That's going to be really helpful to you, but just make sure that you have a really vast, diverse group of people in your portfolio that's going to look so amazing to clients. Because at the end of the day, it might be really intimidating for a senior to look at your portraits and go, well, all of these are like 25-year-old models in LA or New York. I don't know if he's going to be able to capture me. For me, you can check out my portfolio. It's all on my website. My blog is where I post all of my photos, but if you click into galleries, I have my top 9 portraits, and then my top 6 weddings. So that's something that you can do as well, and within those, the top, like, so I have one photo of like a guy in a greenhouse. They can click through to the blog post and see all of it. That's how I'd recommend setting it up, but you can also just make different tabs. You could go home, about me, and then do portraits, weddings, that kind of thing, and have it be like a rolling gallery. It's all up to you, but just definitely make sure that is diverse. So those are my tips for when it comes to building your own portfolio. I hope that this helped you guys out a little bit. If you guys have any questions, you can leave them in the comments below, but the best way to get a hold of me is by email. Be sure to subscribe to this channel. You can follow me over on Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!